My, oh my, okay.
Hey lovies, what the Rudge is up fam? My name is Terry Ann or TA and I'm a Boston-based lifestyle YouTuber and this is my channel. And I'm super happy to be back today because it is July 4th, 2021, which means it is the month of the wedding. It's wedding month, you guys. It is here. I cannot believe it. The wedding is officially, as of today, 20 days away.
Could you hear that?
Okay, so it is wedding month and I am so excited to give you some wedding updates in this final wedding update video. But before I jump into that, I'm so happy to say that this video is sponsored by Ana Luisa. Ana Luisa is a jewelry company online and they focus on creating sustainable jewelry. The quality of their pieces are it's just excellent. I received a few of their pieces. They so kindly sent me a few that I am in love with and I've been wearing for the past 2 weeks, wearing nonstop in the shower while I'm sweating. Like no matter what I do, they have not tarnished. They have not changed this color of my skin at all. And that's because this is real gold. It is the real material that you are getting. I'm gonna show you a few of the pieces that they gave me. I got the beautiful chain ring. It reminds me of a necklace that I actually have, but that's in silver. So I have this in gold and I have this stunning gold bracelet. This is one of the few bracelets that I've worn consistently because my wrists are so small. So yeah, this is so beautiful. The chain of this bracelet is so thick. I love the little jewel in the center. And then finally, they sent me these beautiful gold and diamond mini hoops. Stunning. It's so subtle. It's so beautiful. I actually wore all 3 of these pieces to my bridal shower, which I will talk about in this final wedding update. So go ahead and check out Ana Luisa. Their jewelry is amazing, and head over to my Instagram account and follow my Instagram account because I'm going to be doing an Ana Luisa giveaway. I'm going to give you guys one item of these 3 things that I'm wearing. So you'll just head over to my Instagram and follow those rules there and be entered to win one of these 3 pieces. So let's get into this final wedding update video. So let me catch you up on everything that we've done since the last wedding update video. And it's quite a bit. I think the last wedding update video we talked about no longer having a wedding planner, but being able to work with her as a day of coordinator for the wedding. And that is still in place. Angie is our day of coordinator. We've been working alongside her and her assistant, who will also be there on the day of the wedding. So our venue also provides a day of coordinator. So in total, we will have 3 day of coordinators, which I am super excited about. With that being said, we've worked with Angie to create a minute-by-minute timeline of the wedding, which is super cool because it's exciting to kind of see. It's like you know what's gonna happen before it happens, you know? The wedding day is not a mystery to me. I know when everyone's going to be arriving different places. I know when I'm gonna be getting into my dress. I know when my makeup's gonna be done. I know it all, and it is beautifully outlined in this timeline. And Angie, our wedding planner / day of coordinator, is working with our vendors to ensure that they are aware of the timeline and that their expectations align with our expectations. So she reached out to the photographer, our videographer, hair, makeup, you know, the people who are setting up on site to get a better understanding for what their expectations are, what their needs are, and we adjust our timeline as necessary. And it's really cool to kind of just see the input that these different vendors are providing. Like the DJ has provided so much input because he works so closely with our venue on a regular basis. So it's just been really cool. Those like little nitty gritty detail aspects, those are parts of the wedding planning that I don't like. So it's been really nice to have someone who is, you know, inclined in that regard. So yeah, that's one update. The other update is that we have finished everything. I think I can say confidently, we have done everything. Our invitations are done and DIY'd. We have done our escort cards, which it's not cards, but that is complete. I'm super happy with how that turned out. It was a very unique DIY. It was something that would have cost anywhere from $300 to $500 or $600, which is what I've seen on Etsy, to complete, and I did it myself and it came out beautifully, I have to say. Our guest book is complete, and that's also not a guest book. It was another DIY that came out above and beyond what I expected it to. It started off by with a really cool idea, and then fell into a mistake that I made, and then I was just like, we can work with this. And then Michael and I came together and created this thing that is just so awesome. I'm really excited about it, and I'm really excited for you guys to see it. Another DIY that I did with my sister and Mike, this was gonna be another $800, maybe $900 to rent from one of our vendors. We made it ourselves, and I guess I'll just say it because it's in our bridal shower. It is a white rose flower wall. We wanted to have a white rose flower wall as the backdrop for our photo booth at our wedding. And we got this really cool photo booth from a vendor, but it would have been an additional $800 or $900 to have a white rose backdrop. And I was just like, that's silly. So we made it ourselves, and I got a neon sign that says the Rudges, and we were able to utilize it at my bridal shower as well, which I'm super happy with. People loved it. People went and took pictures by it, and I was so happy to see that because it gave me kind of a little bit of a preview of how people would respond to it at the wedding. And when you make something yourself, you're doing it because you're like, I want to save money on it, and it's going to be worth it to put this money into this DIY than spend all this much more money on this one-time rental. And so being able to utilize it for the bridal shower as well makes me feel really good, because I'm like, yeah, we really got our money's worth, because I only spent like $300 to make that, and it would have been $800 minimum to rent. So super happy with that. But yeah, we have gotten everything done. We have ties for the men, heels. I got my wedding heels. I did my final dress fitting on Friday, so today is Sunday, so I just did my final dress fitting, and it is stunning. I mean, every time I go try on that dress, I love it more than the last time I tried it on, which is a stark change, because when I ordered the dress, after I said yes to the dress, there was many months in between when the dress was received, and I was going back and forth as to whether or not I even liked the dress anymore. Once it came in my size, I liked it a lot more. Once they started fitting it, I liked it a lot more, and I just did my second fitting, and it is perfect. I'm just so happy with it. And yeah, everything is just coming together. I think all of the little details, we have all the decor items and everything. One crazy update is we have a shuttle for our guests to get dropped off from the hotel to the venue, but we also have 2 limos, one to drop Michael and the groomsmen off to the venue, and one to drop me and my girls off to the venue. And we got a phone call from the transportation company saying that the 2 limos were totaled in a car accident with each other. They crashed into each other and they're both totaled, and that they would not be fixed in time for the wedding, which that was really annoying, because I was just like, okay, well, just give us another limo from your fleet. And they were like, nope, these are the only 2 limos in our fleet. And I was really confused. I was like, if you're a limo company, how do you only have 2 limos? This doesn't make any sense to me. But we kind of rolled with that punch, and we got a second transportation company. So we have the original transportation company that's going to be providing us our shuttle, because that was the best deal. We didn't want to go with someone else for that. And a new transportation company to provide us with the limousines. So that was annoying. And I also found out through my dad, who worked in the industry prior to COVID, that the limos did not get into a car accident with each other. That company was faltering through COVID, and they were getting their limos repossessed. And I think they were trying to save face. So apparently they own their shuttles, so I'm not too concerned about that. But yeah, that was that was kind of annoying. We chose our food, you know, people have RSVP'd, like things are happening with this wedding that are supposed to be happening with this wedding. And most recently, other than having my dress fitting on Friday, the weekend before on Saturday, June 26th, I had my bridal shower. I'm gonna insert some clips from my bridal shower here, but my bridal shower was thrown by my sister Lisa, who is also my matron of honor, and she did such an amazing job throwing me this bridal shower. It was the most beautiful event. It was stunning. It was everything I wanted it to be. I didn't want it to be tacky, which was an exact opposite of my bachelorette. I really wanted my bachelorette to be hot pink and bright and like really out there and just kind of just like gaudy and tacky. And then I wanted the exact opposite for my bridal shower. I wanted my bridal shower to be this calm, serene, neutral event, and my sister really knocked it out of the park. It was a lot of whites, it was a lot of creams, it was a lot of sage green. There were like pops of gold, and to be honest, that is the exact color scheme of the wedding. I just wanted something very classic, very neutral, something that would never really actually go out of style. And we nailed it. From the furniture, the decor, beautiful. She had mini anthropology candles as part of the favors. You built your own favor bag. So she had the candles laid out in one area, mini bottles of Moet in another area, and my mother-in-law got these beautiful cookies made that said Mr. and Mrs. and Mike and Terry, and they were also white and cream and gold and sage green. There was, my sister is really into gardening. She actually has a gardening Instagram account. If you don't know, you should follow her. Her name is Topiary Lavender on Instagram, and she has a stunning garden. All of the ladies in my family, for the most part, have a really good green thumb. I have not yet had the space or a yard to try my hand at gardening. Not really good with houseplants, could tell you that right now. But her garden is stunning, and so I did really want some natural elements for the bridal shower as well. So there were lots of beautiful plants. One thing that was super thoughtful that she did was my venue at the wedding has really huge hydrangea bushes, and part of the reason I chose the venue was because I wanted to get married while those big puffy white hydrangeas were in bloom, but there were only 2 dates available, and one of those dates is a date that I picked, and they likely won't be in bloom. So she got so many hydrangeas for the bridal shower. She got hydrangea trees, she got hydrangea bushes, and it worked with the theme because it was white and it was green, it was calming, and it just made me so happy. So the bridal shower was something that was super exciting for me, that I really, really enjoyed. And that's done now. And so we got a lot of the things on our registry. I'm so excited. We are, a lot of those gifts are with Michael's family because we just do not have the space here. So yeah, so that is another really cool update. Almost all of the decor, all of the little items and everything, they're all in Connecticut already. We are 20 days out from the wedding, by the way. They're all in Connecticut already because I didn't want to be in a position where we forgot something that was super important for the wedding, and it was like, ended up being 2 hours away from the venue. All of those things are at my sister's house, and my sister lives 15 minutes away from our wedding venue. So it's kind of a lifesaver. So over the past few months, we've been slowly packing up our car, and every time we go to Connecticut, we drop off a bunch more stuff at my sister's house. And on the day of the rehearsal, we're gonna bring it all to the venue, and I have everything itemized for them to lay out on the wedding day. So yeah, guys, Mike and I are so excited. We are so ready to be married. We have our honeymoon fully booked, right, babe? Flights and like the resort itself is already booked. If you don't know, if I haven't said it yet, our honeymoon is going to be in St. Lucia, and it is going to be in January. So I don't know if I've ever said this here, but we have 8 weddings this year. So it's a lot of time off and everything. So we decided to kind of just like let the year ride out and do our honeymoon in January. We didn't want to just say we'll do it later and not plan it. So we already planned it. We already booked everything, and it is in January, which is going to be nice. We're going to get to escape the cold and go somewhere super beautiful. And we also wanted to wait after like basically hurricane season in St. Lucia, or their rainy season. End of July would have put us in August, and I'm Caribbean. It wouldn't be a good look. So we decided to just kind of push that. What we will be doing immediately after the wedding is a mini moon in New York. We're gonna go on a food tour. We're gonna go on like a cocktail tour. We are gonna be taking pictures. It's gonna be content. It's gonna be vlogs. It's gonna be so fun. And it's gonna be a nice little week away. So yeah, like, oh, one thing I will say is that I've been kind of going a little bit crazy with the weather. So I have been using AccuWeather to check the monthly forecast, and I will preface this by saying that a monthly forecast is not accurate, like really not accurate. When I looked into AccuWeather, it looked like their monthly forecast was accurate 50% of the time. So monthly is saying like 30 days out. So when I first checked the weather, which was a little over 30 days out on our wedding day, it had our wedding day having thunderstorms for 4 hours during the day and for 4 hours the day before, which would have been our rehearsal. Now we are 20 days away, and as of a few days ago, the 23rd, which is our rehearsal, and the 24th, which is our actual wedding day, that Friday and that Saturday, is 84 degrees and sunny with a little bit of clouds. So I'm super excited. I'm hoping that it stays that way until like the whole time. I just hope it's because that's like the perfect weather. The wedding is all outdoor and it is black tie. So I didn't want it to be like 89 degrees, because when it was thunderstorms, the temperature said it was gonna be 88 and 89 on those days. And I was like, oh my God, everyone's gonna like pass out, because the men are wearing tuxedos and all of the ladies are in gowns and stuff like that. So I was like, this isn't going to be the best. But now it's saying it's gonna be 84, and in the evening it's gonna be 67, which I think is perfect for dancing and eating and doing the ceremony. All of those things are happening outside, and we did not get a tent because I did not want to hide the beautiful mansion behind a big, bulky, ugly tent. So I really like risked it all for this, and I'm hoping that it pays off. So fingers crossed the weather stays the same. Otherwise, we will be moving the wedding inside the mansion, which was just not at all the plan. So again, fingers crossed, you guys. Pray for us that the weather is 84 degrees and sunny with a little bit of clouds. Clouds are perfect for photos outdoors, so fingers crossed. But yes, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you guys so much for keeping up with all of these wedding updates and for all of the congratulations that we've received since we've been engaged. It feels like this has been a long time coming. I can't believe we are here. I think the next wedding video you see will be the wedding vlog and our professional wedding video, which is wild to me. So I'm super excited about that. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, if you like my videos, if you like me, if you like kind of seeing what's going on in my life, and you kind of want to keep up with that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It really helps us out. It helps the channel out. And it allows other people to see this channel as well. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for growing with us. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Unbreakable.